in sight, it's game plan proud. Tim's playbook twist makes the world rewind. Heather's hot takes always blow your mind. Feel the hits in the grind, the clock's tick-tock, every moment alive. Every yard we start, from the field to the screen, heartbeats collide, it's a Monday blitz, buckle up for the ride. It's game night, lights burning, bright passes take flight, sparks ignite. We break it down, the magic unfolds. This is football fever, pure gold. Here are your captains, you're in your domain. JP, Ray, Sean, Tim, and Heather Rain. No flags, no fouls, just fiery debates, turning whistles and plays into your escape. Your captains, you're in their domain. JP, Ray, Sean, Tim, and Heather Rain. No flags, no fouls, just fiery debates, turning whistles and plays into your escape. Oh, it's game night, lights burning, bright passes take flight, sparks ignite, we break it down, the magic unfolds. This is football fever, pure gold. It's gaze, hypes like a roaring crowd. Ray, Sean's inside, it's game plan proud. Jim's playbook twist makes the world rewind. Heather's hot takes always blow your mind. Feel the hits and the grind, the clock's tick-tock, every moment alive, every moment alive. Every yard we start, from the field to the screen, heartbeats collide. It's a Monday blitz, buckle up for the ride. Here are your captains, you're in their domain. JP, Ray, Sean, Tim, and Heather Rain. No flags, no fouls, just fiery debates, turning whistles and plays into your escape.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. How's it going? I hope everybody's doing well. All right. So, we'll get there.
Well.
We'll get there, Tim. We'll get there, I promise.
I want
No, hold on. So we're going to do the usual. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the scores, and we'll talk about things as we progress. And if there's anything that you want to talk about, please chime in. And I'm okay with it. I really didn't watch that much football. I did watch the Packer game. Watched a little bit of the I can't think of what it's called, Red Zone. But other than that, I seen the beginning of the Bears and watched a little bit of the Patriots-Bills game, which we will for sure talk about. But I will start with the first game, which I went to bed for this game. I'd like, okay, the game's over. I'm going to bed, whatever.
That was at 17-0.
No. The Falcons and the Buccaneers.
Oh, okay.
I went to bed. There was like a minute and a half left. Something like that. I can't remember. The Falcons were dead to rights, and apparently the offensive coordinator decided to throw the ball on third down. And I understand that I think they had a timeout left. Like I don't know what happened. I seen the highlights and I'm like, how did this happen? But the Falcons ended up beating the Buccaneers 29-28. I can honestly say that I think the Buccaneers are in a free fall. I think that they think they're that good that they don't have to play hard or whatever. I don't know what it's weird. Like I said, the NFC South is, I think I've said it, the NFC South is just a weird division. Nobody
I
wants
think
it.
that
Go ahead, Tim.
no, that was me.
Yeah.
That was me. I said I think that entire division is out of the playoffs, right?
Can't be.
No, one of them has to
One
make
of
the
them will
playoff.
get in. One of them will get in.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's
Proceed.
okay. It's okay. I mean, they're going to be one and done, whoever it is, so it doesn't matter. But I went to bed and I woke up and I'm like, why are they interviewing the Falcons? Did something? And I looked at the fucking replay and I'm like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. Who is the dumb shit that fucking coached this game? Oh, wait. I know. That's all I'm going to fucking say. I have nothing. I am sick and fucking tired of hearing how great Baker Mayfield is.
Yeah.
If Baker Mayfield was so great, they would not have been in that situation that they were.
You see how you sick and tired hearing about Baker Mayfield and how great he is? I feel the same way about Joe Burrow. And I'm not saying Joe Burrow is a bad quarterback.
So there's a difference between Joe Burrow and I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think he was worth the number one pick, Joe Burrow, but he is better than Baker Mayfield.
I agree with that statement. Both statements you just said.
So here's the difference between Baker Mayfield and Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow makes his team better. Baker Mayfield does not. That's why Joe Burrow gets the love that he does. When the Bengals were struggling, he wasn't there. Now we'll get to that here in a minute, because that's the next game. But I will honestly tell you, Joe Burrow makes whoever he plays for better. I've heard people. There was a tweet out that said, "What would you take? What would you? What quarterback went down? Not this weekend, but it was like the week before. What quarterback went down?" And they were like,
Daniel Jones.
"Oh, okay,
Mid-game,
okay,
yeah.
all right." So, would you trade 2 firsts? A lot of people were saying I'd trade 2 firsts and 2 seconds for Joe Burrow. I don't know if I'd go that far.
No.
But there's a lot of people and a lot of pundits that like Joe Burrow. I don't love him that much. I don't even like Jordan Love that much.
And he's got a good future in football, but
Oh, he is the last pocket passer in the NFL.
yes.
They're a dying breed.
Very much so, yes.
But Baker Mayfield, I just don't trust him.
No.
Understandable.
And Baker Mayfield.
I wanted to like him.
Baker Mayfield has weeks where he's absolutely on fire, but they're greatly outnumbered by the weeks where he can't do shit.
When he goes up against a defense that is relatively good, he is mediocre at best. Now, I don't know how good Atlanta's defense is. I don't think they're bad, but he
They're
is
mediocre, serviceable defense.
not. Baker Mayfield is a third-tier quarterback. He's a starter, but he's not a guy that I'm going to say, all right, we got a minute and a half. Look, the field is yours. I'm not going to let him take control of the game. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Now, he can make the throws, but I don't trust him to be consistent with his throws.
No, not at
That's
all.
the problem. All right. So the next game, the Ravens beat the Bengals 24-0. I didn't watch it.
Nice.
I didn't see. There really wasn't too much talk about it. There was talk like, what is going on? Why is Joe Burrow turning the ball over? The Ravens decided to actually wake up and play football. That's what happened. And I've been saying that with the Ravens for all year. Where is this defense that is so good.
They're supposed to be world beaters, but yet this is the first game that they've actually shut a team down.
Yes. Like I said, I didn't watch this game. I didn't see really anything about it. I didn't watch the replays of it or anything. The next game, the Eagles beat the Raiders 31-0. Whoopee, I guess I could say. It's the fucking Raiders. They may be
it's
worse
the Raiders.
We're gonna talk about college football
But
later, but
I would say, like, yeah, it's just the Raiders and whatever the case may be. But for far as playoffs is concerned, I'm glad that they got the win because it just made them ahead of Dallas just another game. If that makes sense.
Dallas isn't making the playoffs. I don't know where anybody was worried about Dallas making the playoffs.
I was worried.
About Dallas making the playoffs?
In a way, yeah.
Because the only way Dallas is making the playoffs is if they win the division.
Right, but that's what I'm also like kind of talking about. But the NFC East,
they weren't winning the division. I can with total and utter certainty. They weren't making the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know, man. Like, who would have thought the Falcons would have won? Who would have thought the Saints would have won?
Their defense showed their true fucking colors this weekend.
Yeah, but like, honestly, the Eagles need to like keep it up, and I mean, they going against a quarterback that's not there. A team that has no quarterback.
What do you mean?
Washington, sorry. They're going against
a quarterback that isn't there. I don't know what you mean by that.
Jaden Daniels, sorry. Jaden Daniels not playing. He's out.
Okay.
They have to beat that team. Then they got to beat the I think the Bills or the Giants, and then they got to beat Commanders again. So if they win straight, they win in the division. If they lose, they just fucking suck. That's what I've been saying all year. JP just don't listen.
I didn't say the Eagles don't suck. Again, they're coasting.
Much like the Packers.
Well, Packers have other problems. We'll get to that. The Texans, everybody started writing them off at the beginning of the year. They won 40-20. Well, let me go back. What did you take away from in the Eagles game? Because I didn't see it.
I didn't see either, but based on the highlights, the offense looked like they was clicking, looked like they was waking up and whatever. So if they continue to play at that going to the next week, we probably looking at a different Eagles in the playoffs.
I don't call 12 out of 15 for 175 yards clicking. They ran the ball 50 fucking times.
That's fine. What do you want me to say, man?
So
what do you want me to say?
I'm just saying. So this right here is what their stat line should look like. I mean, Saquon Barkley didn't have a really
spectacular he had a running season. Yeah.
Bigsby didn't have a spectacular game. Jalen Hurts ran the ball 7 times for 39 yards. I'm looking at the stats right now. I don't know, man. I mean, Kenny Pickett went 15 out of 25 for 64 yards. I take no... This is what I take from this. The Eagles probably should have scored 70 fucking points if if their offense was clicking. Because if you had an offense that only had a total of 75 fucking yards and you only scored 31 points, I don't know. 10 out of 13 in third down efficiency? Man, I don't know if I would say they were clicking. They were coasting because they're playing the Raiders. I'm just from looking at the stats, if they were clicking like they were last year, I think they probably would have put up 70 points against the fucking Raiders.
Probably, yeah.
Easily. And they didn't even get 100 yards of offense.
Damn.
That's bad.
Maybe I was watching the wrong game.
No, you're.
Highlights.
Look. So they were just playing not to get hurt because they're playing their starters because they have to. Because yes, the Cowboys are on their tail, but I guarantee it, they're gonna start resting their starters because they have nothing to play for.
I like how you broke down the stats, though. I'm gonna learn how to do that.
I don't want to do that for every game, but I mean,
The
you
ones
brought
that
it
are
up the clicking
questions,
part.
yeah.
You brought it up the clicking part. Yeah, it's 31-0. That's an ass whooping. But if they were clicking, I think they probably could have put up at least double that. If they were clicking, as you say.
The click.
I'm sorry, man. I'm not shitting on your team. I'm really not. I just
No, it's okay.
No. I'm just from observation and I've been watching football since I was like 7. I've been taught everything there is to know about football until they start changing the fucking rules. Now, so that's where I see things. I'm not saying I'm like a savant, like Mike McDaniel, but from what I've seen of the Eagles and what their roster brings to the table, 31 points doesn't impress me with the Eagles against the team that didn't even get 100 yards of total offense. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Heard you.
I'm not. I mean, 31-0 is an ass whooping. It genuinely is in the NFL. But looking at the stats, that's Eagles will probably win one game and then get knocked out of the playoffs because they'll end up playing the Rams.
I could see that. They are playing like the 2023 version of themselves, but so.
I think the 2023 version team is better than this team, to be honest with you. At least there was a glimmer of hope that they could beat somebody in the playoffs.
Yeah.
This team, they may win one game. No, they may win one game because if you look at who they may have to play, which will be the Seahawks, I don't know if they're beating the Seahawks.
No.
Seahawks are right there with the Rams.
But didn't the Seahawks eliminate them in 2023?
No, the Buccaneers did.
Oh, yeah.
And then Tom Brady got beat the very next week, and then he finally fucking retired. All right. The Houston Texans beat the Arizona Cardinals 40-20. It's safe to say everybody's talking about the NFC West, but the NFC South, the AFC South is looking pretty strong. They're the Jaguars, the Colts have kind of dipped, and the Texans. I didn't see any of that game, but Texans have the best defense in the league statistically.
Yes.
They give up the fewest points a game. They don't give up much in yards, and yeah. And then the next game, something that'll make everybody happy is the Chargers beat the Chiefs and eliminated the Chiefs, so we don't have to worry about the Chiefs anymore. At least for this year.
Yeah, they were eliminated with that game.
They were eliminated from the playoffs with that loss. They also lost Patrick Mahomes for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Well,
They probably lost.
With them being eliminated, I think they would have probably shut him down anyways. But
I don't know about that. Here's what I take. Here's what I take out of it. Patrick Mahomes he's a lot like Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. If he's healthy enough, he'll play. He doesn't want to. It's the player's spirit and mentality. I appreciate that. And
I mean, look at Rodgers right now. He's playing with a broken wrist.
Fractured wrist, but right. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, and that could be they may have a different mentality, but I would honestly tell you, I don't know if they would do that. Go ahead.
no, that was basically what I was just saying. That's all.
No, I hear you. I hear you. They may have, but from what I have seen, or I don't think that Patrick Mahomes would want that to happen. But I don't know how Andy Reid would. He's never been in that situation. So I don't know. And he's of the mindset, if you're healthy, you're playing.
Yes.
I've never seen him pull a player unless they won the division. They have, they play a half. I mean, Bill Belichick he didn't sit any of his guys.
Nope.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know. And for me, I don't like it. And I know they're eliminated from the playoffs because it happened to the Packers the year after they won the Super Bowl. They went 15-1, and they sat their players. Yeah, they beat the Lions, but the Lions were 0-16 that year. They weren't beating anybody. So, and then they lost the first game in the playoffs. And I just don't. I don't like it when they sit their players. At least play them for a half. Let them get in rhythm and stay, go from there. Injuries happen. I mean, I've always said this. They could injure themselves walking to fucking practice.
They could.
Sure enough.
Yep.
So, all right.
Warming up in the gym, they could get hurt.
Then the next game is. You ready, Tim?
Yeah, go.
The Bills beat the Patriots 35-31.
Okay, so I'm going to preface my commentary with this. Patriots have no right to have won this game because they gave up 5 touchdowns in a row.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I am week in and week out, no matter what game it is, we see referees calling pass interference on one side, but then when something similar happens on the other side of the ball, they put the flag away.
Okay.
There has to be some mechanism put in where they can be told to be consistent. That's all I have ever asked for, is them to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you're
They
blaming the referees for
No.
losing?
I did not say that. That's why I prefaced it
Thank you.
by saying that the Patriots, at the same time, their defense has to do better. They gave up 5 fucking touchdowns in a fucking row.
Mm-hmm.
But there were 2 plays. One of them, they called one. We still don't know what a fucking catch is. That's
I
beside the
didn't
point.
see any of these plays, so.
Yeah, there was one where I understand where the rule works, where if it's simultaneously caught between the receiver and the defensive back, it's tie goes to the receiver is the adage to it. I understand that. I don't think he had control of it, though, for there to be a reception, but again, we don't know what it is because the NFL. And then they called defensive pass interference when there was none there. He looked back for the ball. They were playing the ball, and they still threw the flag for defensive pass interference. So it's like,
I need to see this play.
yeah.
Do you have possibly a way to, if you can, just send it and put it in the chat?
Yeah, put it in the chat. I'll be able to look at it.
I don't.
I mean, I look. I have seen so many, and like last week, Aaron Rodgers caught a ball like this. The other guy simultaneously had his hands on the ball as well. Where is? They just call it right away. Like, I don't. So I've seen it a lot. The referees are terrible. Again, I mean, they finally called hold. Did you know that Micah Parsons had not had a holding call called against the guy that he was rushing against all year until last week? This first fucking time.
Why?
I don't know. But I can show you like 8 screenshots of players like wrapping their arm around his neck, hooking him from getting past them, which is holding by the rules. Mm-hmm. Just saying. So the simultaneous possession, the only thing I can come up with is there was not enough indisputable evidence. I gotta see the play in order to. My issue with it is I think the Patriots just quit playing.
I think that I agree.
They scored 2 touchdowns on the first 2 drives. They had Josh Allen couldn't do shit for the first 2 drives, and then they scored again. Like, they jumped up 21-0. I don't know, man.
They decided they wanted to coach, which that's what I prefaced it with saying that they did not deserve to win that game.
So I mean, sure, you can. And I seen a lot of it online. Again, referees blew the game for the Patriots. The referees did this. The referees did that. I blame the referees. So I blame the referees for a lot of stuff, but there is one thing that I do not fucking do, and that is blame the referees for a loss or another team winning.
I'm not saying that either.
I know, Tim. I'm not saying you. I'm trying to, and I'm not saying you are, but there is a lot of people. There's a lot of people online that do blame the referees for a win and a loss, and I am trying to get people to understand that is just a dumb fucking statement. You can't make that. You can't make that fuck. Here's why. Remember when the Rams and the Saints were having their playoff, the NFC Championship game, that pass interference that wasn't called?
Yeah,
and the Saints ended up losing in overtime.
Mm-hmm. I remember it.
Look, here's the thing. Sure, terrible call. And I said it. It was a terrible call. Why did they not call pass interference? If that was the case, the Saints probably would have won the game. Probably 99% probability that they would have won. The issue that I have is how a team responds when adversity happens. If you don't respond to that adversity, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. And that's happened. That's why teams lose. They don't respond to the adversity of what happened. Or in a tight game, there's a missed call and everybody's up in arms and the referees didn't miss the holding call. blaming the referees for shit doesn't win or make it okay. Doesn't take away the pain of losing the game. The loss is not going to go away. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
It is on the NFL team or whoever it is. And when I coached, I said this. Look, we're being penalized. You cannot just give up. You have to respond. Be resilient. The only way that just don't do something that might make a referee say, yep, he held him. Do it the way we teach you in practice. Interference calls. Just don't grab the guy's jersey. Don't give the referee a reason to throw a flag. If he beats you, he beats you. Now, the difference between college and high school and pros, it's not a spot foul in college and pros. Unless it's like...
inside of 15 yards.
Inside of 15 yards. Then it's a spot foul. Don't give them a reason to flag you. You got to be resilient. You've got to use your head. Don't get outside of what you can and can't do. And it's worked. You can bounce back. It's just you can't give up because, oh my God, they're going to throw a flag on me. They aren't throwing flags. They aren't doing shit. Fans have just got to calm the fuck down. Remember, people, it is just a game. You're not going to be... You don't have a gun to your head. If your team loses, I'm going to shoot you. If you do, then you might want to get out of that situation somehow. Mm-hmm. Right? My point is it's not life or death. For some of these players, it is.
No, I think the fans be gambling. That's why they
they're
act the way
dumb.
they act.
And this is why gambling ruins football. And I can tell you, there's a lot of people online crying about fucking, oh my God, they cost me $1,000. Well, you shouldn't have bet $1,000.
Exactly.
Even though it was probably a sure bet, nothing's a sure bet. Russia was a sure bet to beat the United States in 1980. They didn't. On that one day.
Yep.
Duke was favored to win the national championship over Connecticut in 2005-ish, or 2001 when they had Elton Brand and all that team that just ran through everybody. They were undefeated and fucking kicking everybody's ass, or they were 36-1 or whatever.
Jeez.
And Connecticut beat them.
Chiefs were a sure bet to get a hat trick with Super Bowls. That didn't happen.
They were favored to win that game. In fact, they were double-digit favorites. Mm-hmm. So gambling to me ruins the sport unless it's like a gentleman's bet between me and Rayshawn when the Packers and the Eagles play. If the Packers lose, I have to wear an Eagles hat for a week.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Once money gets involved, that's when everything becomes stupid.
I'm not going to... I mean, I might be upset. It's like, fuck, now I got to wear an Eagles hat. Fucking going to have to cut my hair.
Nothing monetary unless it's buying a favorite bottle of alcohol.
I'm going to have to bleach my head and all this shit. But so my point is, this is... I'm kidding, man. My hat is a hat. I mean, I used to have, like... I hated oh, somebody's up. I hate the University of Miami.
Yeah.
Right? The University of Miami, because Florida State is my favorite team. But I had a hat of theirs. I love hats. I'd wear an Eagles hat just because I love hats. Ask Heather. I love hats. I
get him a new hat every year.
I have a Tennessee hat. Tennessee Volunteers hat. I've really wanted to get back into getting just college football hats. I love college football hats. I always have. So that's where I am. But I'm sorry, I got off on a sidetrack. But that's where I am with this. I don't care so much about all of the gambling, and it's ruining the sport. Fantasy football.
I was just gonna
Unless
touch on
you
that.
can do it for fun, I don't care. People losing their shit. I bowl with the guy. We bowl with the guy on Thursday. He threw his hat down because Josh Allen played like shit. I'm like, why do you even play it? Why? Well, I'm be out $500. That's your fault, not my problem.
Right.
I mean, if my team plays bad, I do throw my hat. But it's because my team's playing bad, not because I gambled $5,000. It's better than punching a wall, which I have done, which hurts. Just so everybody
Yes,
knows.
it does.
So that's where I am with that. So people just, it's a game. Sports to me, when I watch it, when they started including, when they started
I'm just
including
gonna
all
get
of
my
the
knee ready for bed.
all of the racism stuff and all that, I'm like, I want to get 3 hours where I don't have to watch and listen to, well, he's fighting against racism. Well, good for him. I don't fucking care. Can he throw a football 50 yards accurately? I don't care. Can we get away from the
world.
wokeness of society? We don't need it. So that's where I am with that. And back to the Bills and Patriots. I watched the beginning of this, and I'm just like, okay, the Bills are not going to win this game. I'm going to have to hear it from fucking Tim. But they ended up winning because I think the Bills are the better team. I really do. The Patriots quit playing, and this is what good teams do. They recognize that and execute. And I think the Bills are going to probably... I don't think they're winning the division. They're only one game behind now, right?
Yeah. The Patriots,
I don't think the Patriots... Who do they have left?
Baltimore, Miami, and New York. All the Pats have to do is win one of the remaining 2 games against either New York or Miami, and they win the division, though.
Okay.
Tiebreakers. That's why.
Got you. But I will say, we'll get into it, but the Ravens scare me. With the way that they played
Thus far, yeah.
Last week. When you shut down Joe Burrow, you're doing something right. Because Joe Burrow made them look really fucking bad.
They were angry, so this was
And this was in Cincinnati. So
this was the revenge game.
So I think we may have seen... Now, the question is, can they catch the Steelers? Because if the Steelers win, the Ravens can't lose another game. They have to win out.
Yes.
If they don't win, they don't get in the playoffs.
And if they don't get in the playoffs,
Yeah.
Josh Allen, I've been saying I would love to see the Bills or the Ravens. Every year I say one of those teams, AFC side.
Well, I will say this. I think the Bills, but we can't discount the Broncos either.
No.
We'll get there.
Very well
We'll
this
get
year.
there. We'll get there. The Jaguars beat the Jets 48-20. The Jaguars are the best team in the AFC South.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
The Colts aren't.
No.
And what happened to
I knew
them?
the Colts. I knew somewhere along the line the Colts were going to be exposed for what they really were. I mean, they started out really great, But then they found out that Daniel Jones really isn't that good. Whether he's hurt or not, he isn't the reason that they lost. They lost because the Colts aren't that good.
Like I said, it was a collective.
The Commanders beat the Giants 29-21. Reports came out just the other day or yesterday that Jaden Daniels, they're shutting him down, which I think is a smart move because he's young.
Yep.
And they've got a lot invested in him, which I can kind of understand why what Rayshawn said earlier about Patrick Mahomes. Or no, was it Tim? They may shut him down because they do have a lot of money invested in him, but I don't know.
I don't see it.
Well, if he wouldn't have gotten hurt, because he's done.
Yeah.
He's out for the rest of the year because he tore his ACL. The Bears beat the Browns 31-3. Here's the thing. Bears fans are the dumbest fucking people on the face of the fucking planet. They are not humble fucking people.
No, of course not.
Humble fucking people at all. As soon as we beat the Browns 31-3. You lost 13-10.
Good for you.
Who cares? Green Bay lost that game way earlier in the fucking year. You lost to you tied with the Cowboys. We beat the Cowboys by 15. I don't care.
What about the other games that you guys got fucking
The point, I always point back at them. Did you beat Green Bay last week? Well, that's not the point. You didn't beat these. This is what Bears fans live on. They only talk about Packers. Packers this, Packers that. When the Packers are done playing the Bears, I move on to the next fucking game. I don't even dwell on if they fucking beat the fucking Patriots or they beat the fucking Eagles. I don't. I move on to the next fucking week. Why? Because I don't fucking care about what happened last week. I worry about what happens this week. Bears fans live in the past. They're still in 1985.
They have nothing else. That's the problem.
They're not used to winning, JP. That's what's happening.
I remember back in the 80s, they used to win a lot. They were really fucking good. The 80s and early 90s, they were actually pretty good. And then Brett Favre showed up, and then they became a shit show. They were really good. The 70s, the 80s, the 90s, because on YouTube, Rayshawn, I found all the NFL games, all the NFL Super Bowls. Full games of all the Super Bowls. We will have to sit down and watch some old football games. You want to watch the Eagles' first time in the Super Bowl?
I would love it.
They were favored to... No, not 2000. It was 1981, I think.
Oh, shit.
They played the Oakland... I think it was the Oakland Raiders at the time. They got beat.
Jackson?
They got beat 24-10, I think. But I was thinking about doing something like that in the off season to keep our show going, where we could sit down and actually watch a football game.
Let's do it.
All right.
What game are we watching?
Yeah, I heard it here.
Super Bowls.
Okay.
Super Bowl one.
Well, they have it.
They do.
They do. It's kind of choppy, but it's old as fuck. But it's the broadcast. I found them on YouTube.
Who was in that game? That first off, I'm sorry. Who was in that?
The Packers and the Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
The Packers won the first Super Bowl, 35-10.
Nice.
All right, so the Bears beat the Browns 31-3. Caleb Williams still played well, he actually had a good game, but Shedeur Sanders, 18 out of 35 for 177 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 5. And you know what the Shedeur Sanders fans blamed it on?
couldn't win.
No, they blamed it on not having a good offensive line or the interceptions or his receivers can't catch.
How about he needs to fucking learn to
An
throw?
interception usually happens when a quarterback makes a bad throw.
Right.
Now, if it's a great play by the cornerback or a great play by the cornerback. But when you throw into double and triple coverage, you're
screwed.
You may throw an interception. The chances are pretty
Very
good.
high.
Pretty good that you are going to throw it. Brett Favre got away with it. I don't know how many fucking times, but he still threw some interceptions.
Yes.
Brett Favre made some dumb fucking throws. Jordan Love made a dumb fucking throw last week, and he made a dumb fucking throw this past week. So it happens. Quarterbacks do it. It's
Yes.
okay. But
Mahomes
people are
has
like,
done it.
we're not going to blame Shedeur Sanders because Shedeur
Bullshit.
Sanders. And then there are people then Skip Bayless, man, that motherfucking idiot. This guy, I cannot stand this guy. He goes, they got to get him out of there. And then somebody jumped on there and said, oh, don't worry, Deion Sanders, and boom. Now you know why teams did not want to fuck, because that is exactly
Daddy will get involved.
Daddy will get
every
involved, and Daddy will say, well, we don't want to play for you anymore. Because you aren't surrounded. It's year one, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You can't fucking just expect him to fucking go 17-0 and win a super. The fucking kid won 13 total games in his final 2 years at college. And the only reason that they won 9 games is because Oregon, Washington, UCLA, and USC left to join the Big Ten. Shut the fuck up about Shedeur Sanders. He's not that good. The only thing Shedeur Sanders is good at doing, and he gets away with it sometimes, is he'll scramble and he'll throw a ball with the hope and a prayer. And he had Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter made Shedeur Sanders look good.
Yep.
A lot of the time. Shedeur Sanders didn't make anybody else look good. That's why he wasn't picked first. Cam Ward is not a first pick in the draft either. I'm going to get to the college here in a minute. I don't think any of them quarterbacks are first round picks either. But I can tell you what, they're going to fucking do it.
They are.
Wait and see.
They always do.
So there's that. I wanted to look at what. So he went 17 out of 28 for 242 yards. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Jordan Love does that on average a week. I mean, for real, he does. Let me see where we go. Saints beat the Panthers 20-17. If the Panthers would have won, they would have taken over first place.
Yep.
They had the lead and then lost it. I think they were up 17-7 and then ended up losing.
I think they had a couple players go down and not be able to return.
Next guy up. The Rams beat the Lions 41-34. The Rams lost Devontae Adams.
Yes.
To a hamstring injury. A lot of injuries this week. I don't know who else got hurt this week.
Micah Parsons, Patrick Mahomes.
We'll get there. The Seahawks beat the Colts 18-16.
There were a lot of close games this week. Yeah.
The Broncos beat the Packers 34-26. I'm not even gonna shit on the referees for this game. I'm gonna shit on the fucking Packers. Again, I go back to this. Stop giving the fucking referees the opportunity to throw a flag on you. Green Bay, and I don't know who their special teams coordinator is the highest paid special teams coordinator in the NFL. And I don't think that they have gone one game without the special teams at least having 2 penalties called against them for either holding or doing something fucking stupid and getting a fucking 15-yard penalty for it.
And it's the first time they touch the ball every time.
Every fucking time. They put Jordan Love in a position where it's 1st and 10 on the fucking 8-yard line, it seems. It's like, I don't understand why this guy is... Everybody wanted this guy. If you're a Packer fan, this is why you are the dumbest fucking people on the face of the earth. They're also... Now they get, when I say something, nobody listens, but now they're all like, we need to get rid of this guy. Do you think?
Shit, really?
I said you should have never fucking hired him in the first place because he wasn't going to do anything. The problem is we have guys that we're young, the Packers are young, and they're going to do stupid shit.
And it's up to the coordinators and the coaches to train it out of them.
Matt LaFleur was livid on the fucking sidelines. So I know he is trying to get these guys to not do stupid shit. But they just, for some reason, don't get it. Fucking drives me nuts. Quit. And that's part of the reason why Green Bay lost is because they were making stupid fucking mistakes.
Yes.
They were ahead 23-14. All they had to do was play football. But they got, once Christian Watson went down, and then like that very next drive, Micah Parsons goes down, they fucking just fell the fuck apart. Like they didn't know what to do without Micah Parsons on the field. Well, you're going to have to figure it out because you don't have him. Get back to what won you games last year. Quit being fucking stupid. Quit making stupid fucking mistakes. Just play fucking football. That is my message to the Green Bay Packers. And I'm not talking about Jordan Love. Well, I'm talking to all 53
Every
of them.
one of them, yeah.
I know Matt LaFleur is saying these things. Because you can see it. Otherwise, he wouldn't be looking the way he does on the fucking sideline. What more do you want Matt LaFleur to do? He is trying to get this team... They have won 9 games by making stupid fucking mistakes. So the talent is there. If these mistakes don't happen, Green Bay is probably 14 or 12-2 or 13-2. I mean, for real. A lot of the mistakes that they have cost them the games. They have They make mistakes, and everybody's like, oh, the referees cost them the game. No, Green Bay did, because they make too many fucking mistakes. Period. Stop blaming the referees. Don't give them a reason. The 49ers beat the Titans 37-24. Didn't care. It's the Titans, 49ers. The Vikings beat the Cowboys 34-26. Don't care. Cowboys just being Cowboys, doing cowboy things. And the Dolphins lost to the Steelers 28-15. Any thoughts on this past week?
Ravens need to keep up this shit so they can actually get into the fucking playoffs.
We'll see what happens. We will see. All right. I'm going to really go on my rant for so the Heisman Trophy was this weekend. And I don't even know who the kid is that was runner-up. He's like 5'9", 205 pounds, and he plays quarterback for Vanderbilt. Didn't know anything about him at the beginning of the year. I'm just going to say Johnny Manziel, version 2.0. That's the vibes I get from the kid. Yeah, I mean, they showed him in a fucking club saying fuck Indiana because a guy that I don't even think, and he will go first in the draft. Watch. I guarantee it. If he comes out, he will be the first player taken. Or he'll be a top 5 pick because the Raiders are going to be right there, right?
Yeah.
So they need a quarterback. They're gonna fucking.
Desperately.
They're gonna Jamarcus Russell this kid.
They are.
And it's going to be the end. That kid's not going to make it because he isn't a first round pick. If he sits behind somebody, he's got a chance. Like Jordan Love. Like when Packers took Jordan Love, thank God he sat behind Aaron Rodgers. Because if he didn't, I don't know if Jordan Love would be as good as he is.
It's like Lamar Jackson with Joe Flacco.
Lamar Jackson started right away.
No, he didn't. Flacco started right up. Kept his QB1 position.
Yeah, for a week. Yeah, he did. I remember as soon as Lamar Jackson came in, they just benched Joe Flacco. They just said, we're going to have Lamar Jackson start. And then they went from there. Anyway, I don't care. That was 8 years ago. But this Mendoza kid, I've seen him play like 8 times. He's a good college quarterback. I don't know if he's...
College does not always...
I don't know.
That doesn't always translate.
He may not. I still don't think Caleb Williams translates to the NFL. Caleb Williams, if he sat behind somebody that was worth a shit, he might be better. But I don't know.
Who was the second quarterback for
the NFL. So this is why Joe Burrow did not sit behind anybody, and they threw him out there, and he did all right. He did
pretty good. They had no choice but to throw him out there.
Right. Lamar Jackson, it's kind of the same thing. I know it was his first year in the NFL. He actually started. I don't know when he started, but he started, and then they went from there. They threw
into the playoffs.
Okay, well, whatever.
Jalen Hurts.
They've thrown Cam Ward to the Wolves. I don't know if he's going to make it.
Josh Allen.
Got to get him some. Josh Allen, again, a generational talent. Aaron Rodgers, I think, could have done it, but I don't know. In Green Bay, they had a quarterback's guru in Tom Clements, so he sitting behind Brett Favre, and Brett Favre will tell you and has said it. He says, "I don't play quarterback like me, ever, because I'm not the guy. I'm not that guy. I just am lucky that I didn't have his. Here's the thing: Brett Favre led the league in touchdowns for a while, but guess what? He also led the league in interceptions.
He did. That's because even he said he's a gunslinger on purpose.
Brett Favre, I think, has thrown the most interceptions in a career in the NFL. Somebody said that last week. That's all I'll say. But I don't know if Mendoza... The Heisman Trophy is so dumb. Yeah, honestly, you know who I think should have won the Heisman Trophy? Jeremiah Love should have won the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, it's Brett Favre. 336 total interceptions through his whole career.
Yeah. He had 500 and some odd touchdowns, but he threw 336 interceptions.
That's crazy.
He was a gunslinger. He's the true definition of a gunslinger.
He was a gunslinger.
Yeah.
Everybody calls Patrick Mahomes a gunslinger, but nobody's
a gunslinger like Brett Favre.
Brett Favre was the epitome of a gunslinger.
Yep.
And then you add in he was fucked up half the time.
Well, for the first couple of years in his career, he was on Vicodin, but
or something.
Yeah, well, he was on alcohol and Vicodin.
Typical Wisconsin.
He got sober right before
go to the Vikings.
The year they won the Super Bowl.
97, I think.
96, 97.
Yeah, okay, at least I'm not with that much.
So that's my rant. I don't think there's a quarterback in the NFL or in college football right now that I can honestly say is that guy.
You said that last year too, and it's proven right.
Cam Ward has not.
He's not translated yet.
Well, he doesn't have the pieces around him either.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm not saying Cam Ward's a bad quarterback. I just don't think he's that guy. You guys have anything else? Anything?
No, I'm good now.
Total shutdown
No.
mode, so. My team went total shutdown mode this week, so I got nothing to rant about.
Okay. All right. So we're going to look at the power rankings. Okay. Disagree with the top two teams. Okay. 32 is the Raiders. 31 is the Titans.
Wait, before we get any further,
Read
are
up.
any of us surprised that JP disagrees with the top two teams?
Wait until we get there. Because it's not who you think it is.
No, but you just disagree with the top two teams regularly. That's why I said that.
I will disagree with 3 of the top 4.
Okay. I'll just have fun at your expense.
No, it's fine. 32 is the Raiders. 31 is the Titans. 30 is the Jets. The Browns at 29. The Cardinals at 28. The Giants at 27. The Commanders at 26. The Saints at 25. The Falcons at 24. Bengals at 23. Vikings at 22. Buccaneers at 21. Panthers at 20, Dolphins at 19, Chiefs at 18, Cowboys at 17, Colts at 16, Ravens at 15, Steelers at 14, Texans at 13, Texans should be higher, Lions at 12, Chargers at 11, Chargers should be higher, the Bears at 10, the Packers at 9. I can agree with that.
Especially with that loss.
The Eagles at 8, 49ers at 7. 6 is the Jaguars. The Bills are at 5. The Patriots at 4. The Broncos at 3. The Seahawks at 2. And the Rams at 1. I disagree with the top 2 for sure. I believe the Broncos are the best team in the NFL. The Rams are second. The Seahawks are third. I think the Bills are better than the Patriots. I know they have... The only reason the Patriots are at 4 and the Bills are at 5 is because the Patriots have a better record.
And they have
But
the
if you can
tiebreak over them.
But if you can honestly sit here and tell me and be truthful without being a smartass and tell me that the Bills are not better than the Patriots, I can't have a serious conversation with you.
But my being a smartass is my default.
I understand that, but I'm just saying. I can't seriously. Just the Patriots. Yes, they have a good quarterback. Drake May is another guy. I don't think he is that generational talent. He's good. But he has more pieces than a lot of other teams do. Right?
Yeah, he has a quarterback. He has wide receivers who can actually catch the ball, unlike what he had last year.
Yeah.
And his offensive line actually, prior to the Cincinnati game, has held up pretty well. And that's made a world of a difference. And Gerard Mayo was not a great coach either, I feel.
I could have told you that. I don't think Mike Vrabel's a good coach.
No, he's not.
He's a great I think he's a great coordinator, but I don't think he's a great coach. Go ahead, say what you were going to say.
I just said hello to Boto.
Oh, okay.
He's in the chat now.
All right. So there's your top 32. even though there's only 32.
Uh,
And these rankings were done by ESPN.
Well, of course they were. All right. This week's games, there is Saturday games.
Hey, we're getting close.
Yay.
The first game is tomorrow, and this game's really important. And
Is it a Wednesday game?
No, it's a Thursday game. The Rams at the Seahawks. It is in Seattle.
Let's go Seahawks.
I'm going to go Rams on that one.
I'm going to go Seahawks because Seahawks are really, really tough at home, no matter who they fucking play.
I'm not going to deny that.
They play. If they were going up against an all-star team, they would play that team tough. They may lose by 3 or 4, but they'll be in the game at the end. Their crowd is fucking insane.
Yeah, the 12th man thing.
The noise is what gets quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Stafford is missing one of his biggest weapons. I know he has Puka Nakua, but he doesn't have it too much beyond that.
Right.
And the Lions' defense is atrocious unless they get pass rush, which is the same problem with Green Bay. If Green Bay didn't rely on their front four getting pressure, just their front four getting pressure, I think Green Bay probably would have beat Denver. Because they had Denver beat. Denver couldn't do shit in the first. I mean, they were able to move the ball, but Green Bay was. They needed to make stops. They did, but then it is what it is.
Yep.
I'm over it. Like, I'm just saying, based on what I watched and what I heard. All right, Saturday game, and I don't know what channel this is on. It might be on
NBC or ABC.
So it'll be on Peacock if it is.
No. It's not on Peacock.
Fox.
It's not
Paramount.
on Fox.
Prime.
Hold on.
It's saying Sling TV or YouTube TV.
Oh God, then nobody.
Oh, they run those every once in a while.
But
So it's Fox then?
no. The Packers are on Fox.
What the game is there? You need satellites.
Just give me a second. Well, Eagles at Commanders can be streamed locally on the Fox website and app. So it will be televised on Fox. It will be televised on Fox, but it doesn't say that here. So that's just what I just read. Oh, I never did pick, did I? Or did? Yeah, I did.
Nobody picked on this one yet.
Okay, go ahead. I'm actually I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Who is it?
Who was playing?
Eagles and Commanders.
Eagles at Washington.
I'm going Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. I'm following Tim.
But you're going to pick the Eagles anyway, guy.
That's true, too.
The Packers at the Bears. This one is on Fox. I do know that.
Packers be having a
Packers.
tough time with the Bears, though.
I'm going to go with the Packers, and here's why. It's Chicago.
You're a Packers fan.
No, it's Chicago. And they only lost one key player on defense. They beat Chicago. This is the mentality that they should have. We didn't have Micah Parsons last year, and we beat Chicago.
Mhm.
Yes, we lost to Chicago, but we beat Chicago in Chicago last year without Micah Parsons. We can do it again this year.
Yes.
They have the same fucking team. The only difference is they have Nate Hobbs. They didn't have their best cornerback last year, who happened to be Jair Alexander. So that said, I'm going to go with the Pack. It's going to be another close game. It's going to be one of those nail biters. I'm probably going to throw my hat a couple of times. But I'm going to go with the Packers. It's going to be like a 24-20 game. I don't trust Caleb Williams. I don't trust Caleb. They're gonna do what they did the last time they played. They're gonna have to. They're gonna try to force him to throw the ball. He started the game terribly and blitzed the fucking shit out of him. Just blitz him. Just blitz him and surround him. He's not that good. I'm just saying. So I'm going with the Packers.
Ray Sean?
He went with the Bears.
I'm going with the Bears.
I couldn't hear him over you talking.
Well, he said it before I said. Listen. All right.
Next game.
Chargers at the Cowboys.
I'm going Chargers.
I'm going to go with the
Yeah,
Chargers.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Vikings at the Giants.
Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I hate to say it, but I am in agreement. Oh.
The Giants for crying out loud.
Well, I mean, the Giants will play a team tough. But the Bengals at the Dolphins.
Bengals.
Bengals.
I am going to go with the Bengals as well. Not because I need to keep up with you guys. I just think the Bengals are better than the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And as you know, I just put the standings up. Boto had 10 wins last week. Tim had 13. I had 11. Heather had 12. And Rayshawn had 10. I'm still in the lead with 147 and a half. You guys aren't catching me unless I just randomly do stupid shit. And you know that's not going to fucking happen. Buccaneers at Panthers. Everybody
I'm
Panthers.
going to go Panthers on this one.
Everybody gets a point for this one no matter what. I am going to go with the Panthers too.
Yep.
The Jets at the Saints.
Oh, what's the best, worst one? I'm going to go with the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, I cannot disagree with you.
Which team will suck less?
Yeah.
Well, I think both teams will suck evenly. One will just score one more point than the other one will.
That one team will go for 2 instead of going for the extra point.
The Bills at the Browns.
Bills.
Agreed. Do you think Myles Garrett will break the record?
I'm certainly sure he's going to try.
He's tied it.
What? This game or
sack record in the season?
Oh, the season? Maybe. Oh, against Josh Allen. Nah, he might get one sack.
But that's all he needs.
Oh,
That's all he does need, yeah. Like I said, he's
in
Oh.
general or this game?
Huh?
He needs one more sack
He needs
to
a half a sack.
break a
Right
record.
now, right now, he is tied with Michael Strahan. I believe he's tied with Michael Strahan for most sacks in a season.
Yeah. But what I'm asking,
he's-
are you saying in general or just in this weekend alone?
This season.
No, what I mean is,
I know
you
what
think
you
he's gonna
mean.
break it?
Do you think he's getting a sack this week?
Yes.
Yeah. He'll get at least one sack,
Okay.
if not half a
There
sack.
you go. You answered your question. I wasn't looking for is he going to sack Josh. I think he will sack Josh Allen because if the fucking Browns can sack him, or not the Browns, but if the Bengals can sack him, I'm pretty fucking sure the Bengals or the Browns can. Myles Garrett's the best defensive player in football. Tell me I'm wrong.
TJ Watt has the record also.
Okay.
I was just saying, Bodo put it in the chat. It's
He's
Michael
tied with Michael Strahan.
and TJ Watt.
Who cares? I'm going with Michael Strahan. TJ Watt played at Wisconsin, but I didn't know that, so I went with Michael Strahan. Don't hate, appreciate.
Don't hate, appreciate. I'm weird.
Anyway, next game.
Did everybody pick?
Yes?
The
Yes.
Chiefs at the Titans.
The Chiefs.
I'm going with the Chiefs, even though they don't have Patrick Mahomes.
It's a game.
Yeah,
I think
I'm going
they
with
got.
two.
Who they have? Gardner Minshew or Carson Wentz?
I don't know who they have as a quarterback.
As backup, I have no clue.
I don't watch the Chiefs enough to give a shit.
Exactly.
Understandable.
Jaguars at the Broncos.
Broncos.
I think the Jaguars are going to upset them. I right now the Jaguars are one of those teams you don't want to play. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but I'm going with the Jaguars. And you notice I said an upset.
And this is where we catch up to you.
No, I'm like 7 points ahead of everybody, so why in the fuck would I care? One game. The Falcons at the Cardinals.
Falcons at the Cardinals. Falcons.
Cardinals.
I'm going to go with Cardinals, too. Both teams are equally bad. This is a pick'em game. Cardinals do play tough at home. And remember that travel. This is that travel issue.
You know what?
Cross country.
It didn't come across my mind.
So
I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
This is much more difficult than it is to travel east.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cardinals. That travels. Luggage,
You need to
baggage time, baggage claim.
Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with baggage claim. They have a charter flight.
Yeah.
The Raiders at the Texans.
Texans.
Yeah, Texans. I don't know, even take care of it.
Steelers at the Lions.
Steelers.
I'm going with the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going Lions.
Next.
Patriots at the Ravens.
Ravens.
I'm going Baltimore on that one.
I'm going Baltimore as well. And then the final game is the Monday night game. The 49ers at the Colts.
Niners.
I agree.
Yep, Niners.
Phillip Rivers.
Fucking. That's my rant. Fucking Madden has done Phillip Rivers so fucking dirty. Yes, he's put on weight and he's not what he used to be, but they made him so fucking slow in the game that he's unplayable.
Oh, man.
They nerfed his.
Well, let's keep in mind here that
He's 44 years
he's
old.
44 years old. And right, you're right. He's 44 years old. Also, he had only had 3 days of practice.
Yes.
So for him only having 3 days of practice and being 44 years old, I would say he played pretty good.
But I was saying in Madden.
He may not have fucking thrown for 418 fucking yards and 6 touchdowns and 19 out of 25 for. But goddamn motherfucker, he gets my vote for MVP.
Wait, he had 2 days of practice in Madden?
No.
No.
He had 2 days of practice.
Yeah, he had 2 days of practice before he played.
Believe it or not, Bodo, there are some people who are fans of the Colts that play Madden.
Wait, Colts have
JP has
fans?
played the Colts a couple
I
of
do.
times.
I moved them to San Antonio or Orlando because they're not in the South. They're in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
Don't get me stuck. Indianapolis is more north than fucking goddamn Baltimore is.
Yeah.
It's more
Oh.
north. It's more north than Cincinnati is.
That makes zero fucking sense.
It does. I don't. I know why they kept Cincinnati, Cleveland, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh together because that is where rivalry that is like huge.
Yeah,
But Indianapolis is not in the South.
they are not in the AFC South.
Well, they are not in the South.
Oh, yeah.
They're in the AFC though.
They are in the AFC. I would realign the league personally.
Yeah.
I would do 8. I would do four divisions of 8 instead of
8 divisions of 4.
8 divisions of 4.
Yeah,
I
it makes
would
no sense.
I would put Indianapolis in with and put you could do the rivalry game and you just have that one team that is your rival for a year for that year. Like Green Bay would play I don't know Indianapolis would
Or
be
the
their
Vikings.
well they would be in the same division so they already play them. I don't know, man. That's just how I feel. I know why they do what they do because it is what it is. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. That is the end of our show. We will see you next week, and we'll do the show on Tuesday again, and then I am off all of
Next, basically.
Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
You're basically off for the whole last of the year coming up.
I
here
usually do that just because. So everybody have a great
I don't
night.
think we got off this shit.
Are you guys doing anything?
Yes, we are doing Baldur's Gate Evil Run. So stay tuned. We'll be back probably in about a half hour.
About a half an hour to 45 minutes to an hour. So between a half an hour and an hour. So everybody have a great night and we'll see you later. Thanks for being here.
Bye. I'm weird.